Welcome to Dude RV. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, and of course you got here just in time. That's right. It is Friday, and it's time for another edition of Friday's Finds. As you can see, I got a mess in Miss Trudy Thunder. She's all messed up. But we got a cool product to talk about. I'm not sure where I'm going to go with this video, but I do know I have one RV related product. Actually, two. We're going to start with this one. You know, one of the things that has frustrated us since day one is that boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Now I can put an expansion thing on there, and I may do that. But when this company, Risto reached out to me and said, hey, would you be interested? Absolutely, for two reasons. So they sent me this big 70 PSI pump. Seems to be, it's 55 gallons per minute, GPM, which is the same as what we have there. A little bit more pressure. We're 55 PSI, and this is 70, so we're a little bit higher there, but I'm not overly concerned about that. Actually, I'm excited about the excess pressure because that'll reduce our water consumption by giving us more pressure at the faucet. So let's take a look what we have in this box. The project. Teflon tape. It's a good thing to have. And then we have the screen and fittings. We have an instruction manual. And we have a pump. And this pump weighs probably 5 pounds. It's rather weighty. Now, one of the other reasons that I wanted to do this project is I want to have a backup water pump with me just in case. And I have another use for not just having a backup water pump, but a transfer pump. So I'm going to take the one that's under the bed and use it as a transfer pump and backup. And we're going to install the Risto under the bed. And then once we get it installed, we'll check out that pressure. We need to look at the shower. So not too long ago, we did an edition of Friday's Finds where we were talking about this shower head. We absolutely love this setup. This has been the best RV setup so far as showers go. We're not using nearly as much water now as we were because we've got the two different nozzles. We can wash the dogs, we can rinse off, spot rinse with that, luxury shower with that. We love this. So that's our pressure from that one. Now, we do have a pressure regulator here. So that's 55 PSI. Ow! So after we have the pump replaced, we'll be back. Stow in place. We've swapped them out. It's pretty simple. Well, let's find out. Seems to be quieter. Question is, does it automatically shut off? There's an adjustment for the pressure switch cutoff, and it's right here on the end of the pressure switch. Just back that out and it'll cut that off. We got a little more pressure. That's the important thing. Okay, moving on to item numero dos. Wow, what a week. It's been a week since we were talking. Shortly after I shot that last clip, I started feeling bad. Turns out, COVID came to call, and both of us were laid up. Me more so than her. Anyway, I was able to finally, while I was sick, I kind of piddled a little bit. I was able to get the project finished that I was working on here in the motor home. Let's break it down. So when we are traveling, Yappy takes over the dinette. That becomes her office. Two computers and monitors, and there's no room for me to do what I do. So I typically break out the York desk, and work in the recliner or in the passenger seat. But the issue that I have, I love that York desk, but the problem is if I need to get up and go to the restroom or something, I've got to find a place to put that where the dogs are not going to tip it over. There's several steps involved. And so I've been thinking there's got to be a way that I can create a desk similar to what I work on at the house. So with that in mind, I purchased this item. This little book stand is actually quite well built. I was really surprised. Move the cookbook out of the way. So this one, we're 11 inches by 9. With a little flip up, fold down, and then we have page holders. It's very adjustable. As you can see, we're 19 inches from the pivot point to the post. Your post is 16 inches tall. I noticed there were several reviews showing this broke off. Hold on. You gotta see, it's been reworked. I'm not sure if they were looking at if they had a different one or if it's been improved. Now this is threaded, and that seems to be a very solid connection there. It is safe for granite. It has a rubber pad in here. It's a very large dispersed area, so it spreads that weight out quite nicely. And when you're looking at the back side, we have 2 pivots here. So it'll articulate that way as well as that way, and then we have the 2 pivot points. Okay, so I don't need a cookbook holder. I don't need a book stand. But what I needed was that articulated arm, because I decided to fabricate a workstation right here. Let me show you how this operates. And because of the weight of the computer is a little hefty, And now I am ready to work. Hold on. Now I typically drive a trackball instead of a mouse, and so that'll fit right there on the arm of the recliner. And yeah, I don't do a whole lot of typing, so it doesn't need to be perfectly square. Mostly what I'm doing is editing videos. So this puts it at a comfortable level to look. If I want to watch TV, I can see over the TV, over the computer to the TV. Yeah, I think this is going to work quite nice. It's anchored with a couple, so I did a lot of searching. This pipe is, so the pipe that supports the book stand that says it's a 1-inch OD, but it's more like 1 1/8 or 1 1/4 OD. But I ordered a 1-inch OD, and it was very sloppy in here. All right, I'm back from the RV. It's still cold. It's still dreary. Whew. So good thing I have the diesel heater still set up, because I need some warmth. But I'm excited. I got 2 products that's going to help with that. 2 items. Let's open some boxes. The first one is a hand warmer. We're going to need this. It is a pair of hand warmers. I got some stuff. There's a product manual. Bags. It's rechargeable with a USB. They're stuck in that box really well. There we go. Oh, very sleek. And it's fully charged already. Comes in with a carry-on bag. Oh, and they have handles. I have lanyards. Where would you connect? Ah, you connect your lanyard right there. Like there's 3 settings. Once you turn it on, you push the button and you can see, oh, and it's already heating up. Ooh, that'd be nice. Now, not just for hand warmers either. I mean, you could put it like in your pocket. That'd warm your thigh. Warm the upper portion of your leg. So I'll let that warm in my pocket a little bit while we work with this box. Now this box has got me very excited. I actually reached out to this company and said, you have something that I have a great need for, and I think this would be a good addition to every RV kit. This is a diesel transfer pump. It says 24 volt. I thought it was a 12 volt. Rechargeable. is actually a cordless diesel pump. Comes with inline filtration stuff, filters for online. Oh boy, that's a hefty piece of equipment. I bet that's 5 pounds anyway. And that's everything in the box. Let's get into why I've got this pump. So we went on a 30-day, 4-week journey. We left here and we traveled about 3,000 miles. And we went across to Nevada and back. And there are some very long stretches, especially like out in West Texas, where you're a long way from fuel. So I decided I was going to have a fuel can backup. So I invested in a metal jerry can for diesel. And that's great until you have to start pouring that into, and if you've got issues with your hands or you're limited in what you can lift, and in my case, the motor home. When I go to fill up, I can't just, if I go to the big truck lane, I have to just crack that valve open, because the way the fuel system, the way the fuel tanks are set up on Trudy, you can't just pump your fuel in there. So if I were to try to use that to get, ooh boy, this thing is getting warm. Ha! That is nice. That is really nice. Just keep it right there in my pocket. So for me to use that, that would be very difficult for me to put fuel, it would be very difficult for me to put the diesel in the motor home, because I'd have to stand there and hold it, and I can't just turn it upside down and let it flow. It'll burp. It's just not a real well-designed fuel fill on the motor home. And then this came along, and this is not going to go in the motor home. There's another project in mind for that. But I needed to put diesel in there, and I found myself standing there holding this heavy can of fuel. And so thinking things through, like, what I need is a fuel transfer pump. And what would be ideal is a fuel transfer pump that I did not have to worry about plugging it in or connecting the you know what I mean, them pinchy things. Alligator clips, that's it. They don't have to use those alligator clip things and a long cable. So when I saw that this was a cordless, oh, okay, that's perfect. At least it's perfect. It's a perfect theory. We're locked in now. I've got to have some hose. I got to figure this all out. So let me figure this all out, and I'll be back. I got to have some parts for the other stuff, so let's open another box. This is the Pizzelo pizza oven. I'd like myself some pizza, please. Let's open it up and take a look. Meet the Pizzelo portable pizza oven. Wood-fired pizza right here. Oh, we have some flip-up work surface. Two of those. There. Oh, missed the back. There, we got it. Okay. Vent on the top. You can actually, I guess, warm up your marinara sauce there. We have the pizza spatula. and a locking door so you can retain all of your heat. Inside it's pretty simple. We have the stone, and then you build your fire in there. You have a clean out on the back. You just push all the ash right out. Air vents on the side. Now all I need to do is fire it up. I gotta cue it in, burn all the chemicals off of it first and foremost, and then we'll be cooking some pizza. Whoa, it's cold. I need heat, but I need fuel in the heater. But we've got the solution. All right, I've got it all plumbed together. I've got diesel in the can. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's not gonna take long at all. And we're done. That made short work of it. So, it looks like it might siphon back out too. That's all right. But we know this thing that gets the job done. I think we're about done. Yep. All right. Now I gotta go get my battery charged so I can fire up the heater. But this thing works awesome. I'm very happy with it. And I know you will too. I tell you, I really like these hand warmers. Yesterday it was cold and miserable. While I was out here with walking the dogs, I had that. I like it. So getting ready to have some pizza for lunch. Now since this isn't a cooking show, I'm not making the pizza. I'm just pulling it. It's a frozen box pizza. But there's no better way to eat frozen box pizza than to cook it, to warm it up in a wood-fired pizza oven. So as soon as I get the fire going good, I'll be back. Perfect. We're ready to eat. Man, that looks good. We have reached the end, my friend. Oh, wait, that's a Doors song. The end, my friend. Jim Morrison, strange guy. Anyway, we've reached the end of this edition of Friday's Finds. I want to give a special shout out of thanks to Pizzelo. Pizzelo. Artisans, the artisans of pizza. Pizzelo. I like it. I like it a lot. And you'll like it too. You'll be seeing more of this. I want to give a special shout out of thanks to all of the vendors who made this video possible. Thank you so much. That fuel pump, that's a life changer, especially for me with my hands and things. Hand warmers, love it. The pump, the game-changing water pump in the RV. Thank you for that. All right, so all of these items can be found on Amazon, and I'll provide you with a link in the cards and in the description below. That link will take you to the Dude RV Gear Recommendations page on Amazon, and specifically to the Friday's Finds shopping list. So all of the videos that you see, or all of the products you see in a Friday's Finds video, can be found in that shopping list. Your business is most appreciated. Thank you very much. If you found some value in this video, please click on that thumbs up, blast us out across your social media. If you've not already, I'd be most honored if you'd consider clicking on the subscribe button. And for those of you who have been following along, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Your support is greatly appreciated. And for our patrons, we're most grateful for your generosity. Thank you so very much. You guys rock. All right, y'all come back now, you hear?